well enough. And he's looked at the profile and thought, he's going to attack us there. He's going to ride us out of the wheel.
And there's the grading, and the tough part, Robbie, is right at the top, 14.5%. That is a launching pad for the likes of Lloydminster, Colonial. How much fuel does Chicken Yellow Jersey still have in the tank?
Just think back to that stage to Epernay, when Alaphilippe went champagne cork out of the bottle. He's got so much more punch than the pure climbers. That 14.5% is like the Côte de Mutiny. Loves it.
Of the Opry. It's supposed to be a night at the Opry, but it's a beautiful sunny Saturday afternoon. It's our last day in town in Lloydminster with the Lloydminster exhibition. And I want to thank you for coming in. I'm glad you brought some friends today. And don't forget, if you feel like dancing, you can dance anywhere you want in here because country music was meant to dance to. So, without further ado, let's get this show on the road. Let's go. And now, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Kelly Bordage.
Heartache number one was when you left me. I never knew that I could hurt this way. And heartache number two was when you came back again. You came back and never meant to stay. Now I've got heartaches by the number, troubles by the score. Every day you love me less, each day I love you more. Yes, I've got heartaches by the number, all of it I can't win. My day that I stop counting, that's the day my world will end.
That's right. Country music's meant to dance to. Oh, you're good.
Your mom's a good lady. She's teaching them country music right away. You see what the shirt says? Sing it, Bryan.
Heartache number 3 was when you called me and said that you was coming back to stay. They said was, they really did. With hopeful heart I waited for your on my door. I waited, but you must have lost your way. Now I've got heartaches by the number, troubles by the score. Every day you love me less and charge me $5 more. Yes, I've got heartaches by the number, a love that I can't win. But the day that I stop counting, that's the day my world will end. Just keep vamping, boys. That's what this show is all about, folks. We're here to play the music of the Grand Ole Opry from 1950s 1960s, maybe coming up to 1970, but if you heard it on the radio coming over here today, I guarantee you're not going to hear it on our show. We believe in fiddles, guitars, steel guitars. Our steel guitar player, well, he's up there now. So we're going to do one more just like the other one, written by the great Roger Miller. It said, everybody told me what a fool I was to fall in love with someone who could never be true. That someday you would leave me with a broken heart, all alone, bewildered and confused. So who'll be the first to say I told you so? 'Cause I'm alone like they all said I'd be. Who'll be the first to say I should have listened long ago? Yeah, who'll be the first to say I told you so? Were hits for the great Ray Price. I think both of them written by, well, one written by
Bill Anderson.
and the other one by Roger Miller.
Yes, sir.
My goodness sakes.
Invitation to the Blues, City Lights.
Yeah. I tell you what, those boys wrote songs that you could understand the words and they told the story. And that's what we're here to do this afternoon.
I was just talking to this nice young gentleman over here that he claims he knows you from the polka days with the Ostanek and all them. And we were just talking about radio today, that we don't even turn it on. We bring our old CDs because we don't understand what's going on today. There is no stories to this new music, but there is stories to this music that we're playing this afternoon. I'll give you just a little sample of some Bill Anderson and Ray Price had a big hit with City Lights.
Exactly.
When Bill Anderson first went to Nashville, he was all alone and didn't know anybody, and he was a struggling songwriter, and he went out on a roof and he was crying. He wanted to go home. And he wrote this song. A bright array of city lights as far as I could see. The great white wave shines through the night for lonely guys like me. Those cattle raising honky tonks, those flashing lights invite a brain and soul to lose its way in the glow of city lights. He wanted to go home.
That's
Wrote
right.
a song about Nashville. Cried himself to sleep that night. Somebody bought one of his songs. He had breakfast, and he's a superstar to this day.
And he's cried all the way to the bank ever since, by golly. He wrote a whole bunch of songs, a whole bunch of great songs. As a matter of fact, I don't know if he ever wrote any for Buck Owens. I really don't know.
I don't think he did.
Harlan Howard did.
One of my favorite Bill Anderson songs, we're going to have to change the groove on this, and we're changing the keys. Anybody out there playing along? We're in the key of C if you're playing along out there. And if you're playing along, here's a little bit of I Get the Fever in the key of C. Let's try this one.
Let's do her.
You can dance too. 1, 2, 3. Every time I hear a midnight train go across the western plains, such a feeling inside my brain, I get the fever. Every time I see a sparrow fly way to the northern sky, such a feeling inside me cries, I get the fever. I get the fever, pack up and leave here, run away like the wind. This town is full of memories of true love. I can't stand to see her with him. between here and yesterday. I get the fever. Mr. Bryan Sklar. Every time I hear a midnight train go across the western plain, such a feeling inside my brain. I get the fever. I get the fever. I get the fever.
Ladies and gentlemen, still above grounded on the road, and that's unusual for us because our band motto is, if they're dead, we know it. If they're dying, we're learning it. And Bill's still up in the...
And if they're living, we got them all on the back burner. There it is.
That's exactly, and Bill hurt himself the other day, fell off his walnut, broke his leg. The boy's doing real well for himself, no doubt about it.
We have had a wonderful 3-4 days here in Lloydminster, and we want to thank you guys for all coming out to these shows. It's getting bigger and better. Give yourselves a big hand. Yeah, you bet.
Stay here till next week and be jammed.
You bet. Well, you know what, Brian? We really haven't repeated any songs. We've covered like Fair and Young and Ray Price and Merle Haggard and Georgie Jones and all. It's been a different show every day. How many people have been here for some of our shows already? It's been a different show every day.
That's right. Because
that's what's wonderful about country music, right?
Yeah, exactly. And of course, we got memory problems, so we can't remember what the hell we did 5 minutes ago. So make it up as we go along. Speaking of Fair and Young, how about Wind Me Up, boys? Key of A. One day. Of attention in this ballroom, I've got the biggest heartache of the year. Each night the swinging doors reach out for me and draw me in. They know this night that I'll be back to wind me up again. Wind me up, turn me on and watch me cry for you. Let that ring and warm red wine is all I want to do. And I never know how tight I'll wind me up till I walk in. But I don't care, 'cause I will be back to wind me up again. Yeah. I'd like to thank the men who raised the grapes way out in California. I'm hoping this will be their biggest year. 'Cause scarlet water's all that's left to keep me hanging on. And that's why I'll try to wind me up each day in that next year. Wind me up, turn me on and watch me cry for you. Lately drinking warm red wine is all I want to do. And I never know how tight I'll wind me up till I walk in. But I don't care, 'cause I'll be back to wind me up again. No, I don't care, 'cause I'll be back to wind me up again. Saturday, Louisiana.
Bryan, why don't you introduce the boys in the band and these nice folks?
What's your name, sir? I can't remember. Today.
We just went over to Grease the Bus, and there they were, and they knew how to play, so here they are, and they work cheap. Ladies and gentlemen, on the bass guitar, Mr. Dale Cox. Give him a big hand. And back there on drums, imported from Windsor, Ontario, Canada, on Buddy Holly Airlines some years ago, Mr. Greg White.
Thank you.
White. And over here on my left and on your right, ladies and gentlemen, the pride of Moose Jaw, Saskatchewan, now living in Edmonton, Alberta. Ladies and gentlemen, this guy, there isn't a country music song written before 1960 that he doesn't know, and if he doesn't know it, I do. Mr. Kelly Burdage on guitar and singing.
Thank you. Well, at least he didn't introduce me as Al Capone's illegitimate son. He's done that before.
Al Capone and Rita McNeil.
There you go. And in the center of the stage, a dear friend of mine for many, many years. I call him Mr. Country Music. It's always a pleasure to be on stage with your mentors, and this guy needs no introduction at all. I mean, international recording star, been all over the world, backwards, he went sideways, some of it he remembers and some of it he doesn't. How about a hand for a good friend, Mr. Bryan Sklar.
Notice they all start that way, don't they? From the great Atlantic Ocean to the wide Pacific shore, from the reach forward mountains to the southbound by the shore. She's mighty long and handsome and loved quite well by all. She's the combination they call the Wabash Cannonball. Now the rainbow into Birmingham on a cold December day. As you pull into the station, I can hear all the people say, there's a girl from Tennessee, she's long and she's tall. But you can be taken on the Wabash Cannonball. Well, the eastern states are dandy, so the western folks all say. From Atlanta to St. Louis and Chicago, fly the bay. From the hills of Minnesota, where the Redwood waters flow, no chances can be taken on the Wabash Cannonball. Hey, listen to the jingle from the land of roll as she flies on through the woodlands to the hills and by the shore. With the mighty rush of the engine, your lonesome moments gone. She's the combination called the Wabash Cannonball, rubber dolly. Second most requested fiddle tune of all time in Canada. Number 1, Orange Blossom Special. Number 2, this Ward Allen tune called Table Sugar.
tell you, thank God I was holding his hand and rubbing his back when we were rooming together last night, and he got his coffee first thing this morning. Bryan, you are in a hell of a good mood today.
Well, I really like rooming with him because I'm an early to bed, early to rise guy. He comes home 3 o'clock in the morning, gets up at noon. I go to bed at 9. I get up at 6 o'clock in the morning, and heck, you don't even know you got a roommate.
That's like Waylon Jennings and Johnny Cash when they lived together. They never seen each other.
That's right. Well, even when they were together, they didn't see each other, considering what they were pumping into their bodies at that time.
We got any Johnny Cash fans?
Do it.
I'm gonna tell you a little story about Johnny Cash. This is back in the day when country music artists would help one another. Nowadays that doesn't happen. Bryan, you can attest this. Back in the day when I had my thing and you had your thing and we're on the road together, we'd pass each other on the highway, flash our lights, we'd pull over to the nearest Husky restaurant.
That's right. We shared each other's things all the time.
You bet.
Till the health department made us. Just kidding.
Anyway, we'd get together and talk music and,
Yeah.
and swap guitar licks and fiddle licks and all that kind of stuff. That's back in the day when everybody would help one another. Nowadays, everybody's greedy and there's every man for themselves. So I'm going to take you back to